They didn't just kill his master, they called his people weak. They hung an insult on his school, mocked his culture, and believed no one would fight back. They were wrong. One man returned from abroad, tore down their lies, and challenged an entire empire, knowing it would cost him his life. What he did next shook Shanghai and turned humiliation into legend. This is not just a martial arts movie. This is a warning. This is Fist of Legend. In the early 1900s, China is no longer free. Foreign powers occupy its cities, control its streets, and treat its people as inferior. Among them, the Japanese Empire tightens its grip, enforcing dominance not just with weapons, but with humiliation. In Shanghai, martial arts schools are more than training halls. They are symbols of identity, and one school stands above the rest. The Jingwu School. Founded by a legendary master named Huo Yuanjia, Jingwu represents Chinese pride, discipline, and unity. To its students, Huo Yuanjia is more than a teacher. He is a symbol of resistance. One of his most gifted students is away in Japan, studying science and modern knowledge. His name is Chen Zhen. Chen Zhen believes education is another way to strengthen his country. He believes discipline and progress can coexist. But everything changes the day he receives devastating news. His master is dead. Huo Yuanjia has died suddenly under mysterious circumstances. Chen Zhen abandons his studies immediately and returns to Shanghai. What he finds shakes him to his core. The Jingwu School is broken. Its students are fearful. And worst of all, the Japanese have placed a sign outside the school. It reads, "Sick men of Asia." An insult, a declaration of superiority, a message meant to crush Chinese dignity. Chen Zhen tears the sign down with his bare hands. That single act marks the beginning of war. The Japanese martial arts school, led by ruthless fighters and backed by military power, challenges Jingwu openly. They mock Chinese martial arts as weak and outdated. They claim Huo Yuanjia died because he was inferior. Chen Zhen refuses to accept this. He begins investigating his master's death and quickly realizes something is wrong. The official story doesn't make sense. The body shows signs of poisoning, not illness. Huo Yuanjia was murdered. As Chen Zhen digs deeper, he uncovers a conspiracy. The Japanese deliberately poisoned his master to weaken Jingwu and assert dominance. His death was not accidental, it was strategic. But Chen Zhen doesn't expose the truth immediately. He trains, silently, relentlessly, with controlled rage. Unlike others, Chen Zhen combines traditional martial arts with modern thinking. He studies his enemies, learns their patterns, adapts his techniques. When the Japanese fighters come to Jingwu to provoke a fight, Chen Zhen steps forward. What follows shocks everyone. He defeats them effortlessly, not with brute force, but speed, precision, and intelligence. Each movement is calculated. Each strike humiliates his opponents in front of their own soldiers. The message is clear. Chinese martial arts are not weak. This victory makes Chen Zhen a target. The Japanese respond with brutality. They send their strongest fighter, a man trained to kill. The fight is vicious, unforgiving, and nearly fatal. Chen Zhen barely survives, but instead of retreating, he exposes the truth. He reveals that Huo Yuanjia was poisoned. He proves that the Japanese feared his master's influence and killed him to destroy Jingwu from within. The revelation ignites fury across Shanghai. The Japanese lose control of the narrative, but power does not surrender quietly. They frame Chen Zhen for murder, turning him into a criminal. The police hunt him. His own people fear retaliation. Jingwu is placed under constant surveillance. Chen Zhen is now alone, hunted, outnumbered, and marked for death. Yet he refuses to run. Instead, he plans something far more dangerous. He disguises himself and infiltrates the Japanese martial arts school, the very heart of the enemy. Inside, he witnesses the depth of their arrogance. their belief in racial superiority, their certainty that Chinese people are beneath them. Chen Zhen challenges their top fighters one by one and defeats them all. The final battle erupts when Japanese soldiers surround him. Guns are raised, escape is impossible. But Chen Zhen does not beg. He does not surrender. He stands tall. What he has done cannot be undone. The lie has been shattered. The insult has been answered. As bullets fly, Chen Zhen charges forward, not to survive, but to prove a point. That dignity is worth dying for. The film ends not with peace, but with impact. Chen Zhen becomes a legend, not because he won every fight, but because he refused to accept humiliation. Fist of Legend is not just a martial arts film. It is a story about identity, about resistance, about a man who stood against an empire and reminded his people that they were never weak. They were only waiting to stand up.